Good evening. It's great to be on campus. Every time I step onto campus, I want to start singing "I'm a Ramblin' Wreck from Rapid Tech and a hell of an engineer." But I won't break into a song like that. I was born and raised in Miller, South Dakota. I came out here in 1985, attended the School of Mines, graduated in 91 with a bachelor's in electrical engineering. And I could have moved out of state, but I like it out here in this part of the country. And so I stayed. I worked with the School of Mines for the first 11 years while I was in school. And then I stayed on as a state employee. And then when the Journey Museum opened up down the road a base here, I went to work there, and I've been there for the last 11 years. And I can tell you, if you've been in Rapid for the last 11 years and were there when the Journey Museum first opened, we were the kind of the bad spot on Rapid City for a while, but I stuck it through. Everybody else was losing their heads, and myself and two other people have been there for the past 11 years. We stuck it through and made sure that it was going to work. We just kept at our jobs, making sure that the museum was going to be open and operating until we could finally get the attitude turned around, which has happened, and I'm very proud of that fact. I was born and raised on a farm, so I understand a little bit about agriculture, also understand quite a bit about fiscal responsibility. I got to play basketball when I was in junior high. However, we live north of Miller, 16 miles. If the bus was not going that way to play a ball game, I didn't get to go because there was no money to go to town to take you to the bus if you were going to Highmore or Huron or anywhere south. So I only got to play in about a fourth of the games. I attribute it to the fact that there wasn't a lot of money for gas to get there, but I don't think I was that great anyway, so that was okay. Wasn't that great in basketball, so. But I'm very interested in making sure that everyone has affordable health care. I have been a type 1 diabetic for 35 years now, and if it was not for group plans, I could not be covered. And I just want to make sure that everyone in South Dakota has the opportunity to be able to afford health care of some type. I would like to see some things changed in health care, and I would like to do that. I'd like to have the opportunity to do that. I can tell you that this is my first time running for state office. I did run for the mayor's office here in Rapid City, and that was a great experience, so I thought I'd run for a state senate seat. And it's been a great experience. All the candidates that I've met, great bunch of people, funny. David Lust cracks me up like you can't believe. And he's from Aberdeen, go figure. But it's, oh, somebody else is from Aberdeen. It has been a great experience. I would appreciate your vote in the State Senate District 34, and thanks for coming out tonight.
Hello, and thank you for coming out tonight. Down lower. Okay, great. Thanks for the sign language. I'm a registered nurse for 28 years, and I am a certified school teacher. I've been president of the Southwest Middle School PTA, did all the volunteer work I could possibly do in my children's schools, and then they wouldn't let me go on to college with them. So I agree with David's statement a while ago about how important economic development is, because that's the system that our society uses to function on, and it has served us well. For Rapid City, I think we can do a lot more with promoting tourism. Studies show that the money you get back a lot more dollars from your investment in tourism, and that's a real clean industry. We need to do more to promote the research triad with the underground mine, with tech, and with local businesses. We need to do more, I think, to help promote small businesses and not just let any big box store walk into town that's going to put other stores out of business. Market higher education, do more to promote out-of-state students to come to our universities, and foreign students, because they also bring in money for their apartments and for food and for their legal expenses. So why should you vote for me? I think I bring a broad base of experience, and I think we do need more women in here, and women that have the right combination of brains and heart. Thank you.
Good evening, and welcome everyone for coming tonight, and thank you for inviting me to let you know a little bit more about myself and to advocate for your vote for me for House of Representatives in District 34. I was born in Huron, South Dakota. However, my mother, who is a real Spitfire person, had followed every single opportunity she had to get a better job, to get better education, to increase her employment. So therefore, I've had the distinction of living in at least 5 or 6 different states, and I also was an exchange student to South America my senior year of high school. I've luckily been able to return to South Dakota in recent years. I did spend close to 10 years in Wyoming as a licensed professional counselor in Wyoming, and then undertook a second career as an attorney. I've been practicing here in Rapid City now and do provide civil legal services to victims of domestic violence, stalking, and sexual assault. I want to go to peer so that primarily I can work with individuals on whatever issues need to be undertaken to improve our quality of life here in South Dakota. We do have a high quality of life. There was a recent report on jobs that indicated that we do have one of the lowest rates of unemployment in the union. However, many of those jobs are on the low-end, low-tech end of the spectrum. And what I would like to encourage and what I would work toward is development of our energy resources with a particular focus on sustainable energy and clean fuels. I would like to look at the possibilities of having an I-90 energy corridor for the development of wind and solar power. We are one of the windiest places on the planet, which essentially makes us the Middle East of wind power. And why we've not taken advantage of that, I don't know, but I'm sure it has something to do with the South Dakota State Legislature, and I'd like to go there to help that development. That also would increase our access and availability to high-tech, high-skill, high-pay-end kinds of jobs, and I also encourage that as well. I advocate for open government, and I am disappointed, and I need to correct somebody over here. It's not that the legislature didn't pass the open government statute in terms of open records. It's that it was unfortunately vetoed by Governor Rounds after a really very good bipartisan effort to open records to our citizens. And I believe that it's an untenable position that we simply don't have enough money or that it costs too much to open our records to our citizens who can then undertake to know more, to push us to strive for better quality of life, better government, better responsiveness to the people of South Dakota. And when I go to peer, that's what I will do for you. Thank you very much.